Hey guys, Malika here from Malika Semper Astrology, and this week we have something very interesting in the heavens happening. We have the planet Mars and Chiron coming together. We're going to feel this for the majority of the week. Anytime Chiron is activated, it opens up the wound, the fear, but also the capability or the opportunity to do some healing. Mars, and this is all happening under Aries, 22 degrees of Aries to be exact. So Mars is here to be very self-assured. Mars gives us courage and bravery. Mars says, I am, right? Mars knows what it wants, knows who it is, and knows how to go directly after what it wants. Mars can be a bit of a steamroller or a bulldozer going after its goals and its desires, mostly its desires. When it meets up with Chiron, where Chiron shows up in our charts, this is where we feel a little bit inadequate, where we feel a little bit odd, where we feel like there is a tender spot in our charts. It's the wounds we carry, the fears we have. It's where we don't feel our strongest, but we have the opportunity to become very strong in that area, to do the healing that's required. So we have the fighter, the warrior, the brave, courageous energy of Mars hopping onto the wounded healer this week. It could feel a little bit tender. We could feel a little bit tender because Mars says, let's just do it. Let's go for it. Let's take the risk. And our Chiron says, but wait, I'm sensitive. This hurts me, actually. This is a part of life that I'm not too sure about. The high road of this is that Mars gives us that courage and bravery that's needed in order to confront the wound and to finally take action in the healing. Mars loves to take action. Mars loves to initiate something, especially when he is in Aries. He doesn't sit around and talk about it. He doesn't even make a plan for it. He just wants to jump in and take action. Taking action where? In our healing this week. And this is all in Aries. So a big part of the wound that can come up for many of us this week is how do we speak up for ourselves? How do we protect ourselves? How do we say no when we mean no? How do we say, don't talk to me like that, or I won't put up with that? How do we bring up our boundaries, for ourselves in the word of honoring ourselves, in the way of protecting ourselves? And the wound could be, how do I speak up? How do I speak out? How do I find my fire? How do I take up space in this world? How do I stand firmly on 2 feet and say, I am? And Mars says, I'll show you how. And he jumps in and he gives us that bravery and that courage. So it could be really motivating and inspiring to do some healing, especially around our voice and our presence and what we deserve and standing up for that within ourselves. Okay. For some of us, it could feel almost too much or overwhelming, like we're being pushed into the healing before we're ready. And we can feel a little bit tender and a little bit sensitive. Aries is not concerned about that as long as you take action and you do the work. So the way to best work with this particular transit is to really get clear on what is it that needs to be healed? Where have I dimmed my fire? Where have I quieted my Aries fight? Where has the flame gone down in my life? Where have I lost passion and zest and enthusiasm for life? Where have I lost my guts? Where have I lost my courage and bravery to stand up and speak out and protect myself, or be the voice for the underdog, or speak up for those that can't speak up for themselves? Where is that person? And then do the healing that's required around that. Mars conjunct Chiron. So it could be a big week of healing, a big week of feeling motivated and inspired and insightful around the wound. So whatever comes up this week, whatever's in the forefront, that is probably the transit coming in and saying, hey, this is the thing that needs some attention, that needs some nourishing, that needs some holding in order to be healed. So good luck out there, you guys. I'll be back next week, and we'll talk about another important transit coming in next week. But this, I feel, is the big one for this week. Chiron being woken up by Mars. Chiron, our wound, being woken up by the fighter and the warrior. Thanks for watching, you guys.